Here's a random animation tip for Unreal Engine. I needed to have the character crying, but I didn't want to deal with uh, anything super complicated. So I basically just made a mask that animates on with a wipe that is adjusting the roughness and the specular of the face texture, as well as a little bit of normal map. And you can see I've got a wipe, so if I step through here, there's going to be a tear that comes down her face after her eye squeezes shut. There it goes. All right, so I'm just gonna show how I set that up. It's really, really simple. I have basically a Photoshop file that I painted onto the character's face so I could line it up with the the actual UV map of the face. What it is I've got a channel for specularity. I've got a channel for roughness, which in this case, they're actually the same, just inverted. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have anything different about them. And then I have a mask in one of the channels so that I could actually have some part of it animate on or off. I could also use the alpha channel as a second mask, or even do I've done some trickery before where I'm actually pulling like 50% gray plus black and white. So you can actually get 3 masks in a single channel if you use different gradations of gray. But that's it. So I just did basically a packed map. And I had a normal map created with just the free normal map online creator. I painted out the nose and the mouth stuff because I don't need to add the normal map for that. Then I brought those into Unreal Engine. And in my head shader, and this is MetaHuman, so this is just a sort of custom MetaHuman shader, I added a true-false switch for whether the character is crying or not. It happens to be defaulted to true right now, but most of the time it will be defaulted to off. I just have been testing it. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing in that specularity roughness mask packed map, and I'm taking the red and the green channel and essentially applying the mask to them. So the multiply as of taking the specularity mask and multiplying it by the base mask channel. And I'm doing the same with the roughness, but dividing because it's inverted. And again, I probably don't need both of those channels as it is. Just like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to want something different. Multiplying both of those just in case I want to adjust the specularity or roughness of them. And then assuming that tears is true, I'm essentially either adding it to the specularity map or I'm doing a min with the roughness map. Normal maps have basically the same idea where I have the mask that is running into a flattened normals for the tears normals. I also have just a general flattened normals for the tears in case I want to adjust it, or sometimes the normal map is facing the wrong direction. And then I'm using a blend angle corrected normals with the base normals of the character. To create the mask wipe, what that is basically just taking a texture coordinate. I'm separating out the red and the green channel, which is basically the U and the V of the texture coordinates. I ended up not actually using the red channel, I forgot. I have a tears wipe and a tears softness if I need that. It's pretty soft right now, otherwise it's a pretty sharp line. And what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of softness to the tears mask and plugging that into the min and max. And the value is based on the green channel, the texture coordinates. And then I'm just doing a 1 minus, basically, and then plugging that into the tears mask. That is just adding to the blue channel of my packed matte. That's doing a 1 minus to the bottom normals. And essentially what that looks like with just the matte is I've got my tears white mask. And if I start to add to that, you can see it wipes down. So in my sequence, I'm basically just animating that tears mask wipe. So that looks like it's animating onto the face. All right, kind of random. Hopefully it's helpful for somebody.